Proudly supported by Superior Engineering. We've got the GU and the camp trailer loaded up for the first time to go camping with our mates. My son is also riding Paso in his bucket seat and it's his first camp trip, so he's very excited. We booked a place called Charlie Moreland, which is about 15 minutes out of Kenilworth. Known for its grassy campsites, swimming hole and close full drive tracks, it seemed like the perfect first getaway for us. We found ourselves a nice little grassy spot for the night, and even though the setup was slow as it's the first real time I've had to do it, we still achieved a full erection in 15 minutes, so I was bloody stoked. Once the camper was all set up, we had a quick bite to eat, and then Jesse and I are off to find some tracks. Alright, we are out at Kenilworth. There's a few first things that are going on at the moment. First time Jesse's wheeling his new TI Patrol. First time I'm sort of wheeling this, especially with Superior and the Harriet front locker. First time for the camper as well. First time with Wolf. It's just full of firsts today, so I have no idea what we're going to film. So we're just going to cruise around. There's 4 destinations that we can go right now. So we're thinking the one that goes up here is probably looking the best. I mean, it's like a gravel road really. But
yeah, we'll see when we get up there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But we're just going to drive around, make a random episode. Hope you have fun watching it. Catch you later. Let's do a bit of a rig rundown, Jesse. What do you got for us?
Not much. Well, the same as Tom. Obviously I copied him because, you know, it's Tom. No.
And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Just 3 litre ZD. Well, I thought it was 2 inches, but we figured out it could be 3 inches of lift. 135s. That's pretty well it. 2 dual batteries and that's it. There's not much to it.
The actual really good thing about today is if we do find a track, this car and this car are basically exactly the same, so they're both TI. The paint doesn't matter, but they're both gold. But we're on the exact same tyres, 35 inch max Treks. So his is manual, mine's auto. So we can see a little bit of difference in like throttle control. We both have throttle grenades as well. So we'll have them probably set to crawl.
Yeah.
So we'll chuck them on crawl so it's perfectly even. Manual versus auto, TI versus TI. Little bit of Superior, a lot of bit of Superior. But if we're not flexing, that doesn't matter.
I reckon it'd be cool.
If we can find a track.
Yeah, if we can find a track.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to go. We're going to go the tall one. This is actually the part that I struggle with the most, finding the full drive tracks. Now, I know you can go out and buy navigation and it's been on my to-do list for ages, but I just haven't got around to it. So we are just going to head out completely blind and try and find a track and just see where the day takes us. As much as I do love tough tracks, it's really nice to just be on a chill drive and enjoying the scenery. We found ourselves in this little forest and there was a creek going through the middle. Had to be one of the best parts of this trip. This little section is just off the side of the road. It looks like a bit of a track, so we're going to head up and check out what's at the top. Right, we finally have found a bit of a bloody track. As we drove into camp, we actually drove past this and we've just pulled off the side of the road up a little steep bit and we finally found a track. So this is what we're looking for. It's washed out, wheel dropping, Superior flexing track. There we go. We've finally got something, mate.
It gets better up there too.
We literally have been driving around for like probably 2.5 hours at this point and we've just been through like pinstripe cities and cars are destroyed, ceramic coat's gone, but we finally found a track, so I'm bloody stoked. This is actually Jesse's first solid axle car and it's actually surprising him a fair bit, I think. Patrols are just super capable straight out of the box. Like 35s, Picked up a lift off marketplace for like what, $500. Like you can't get that for another car for $500. Patrol life, cheap, nasty, but gets it bloody done.
That's it.
You'll really see in these next few clips the auto versus manual. Jesse has to kind of rock his car back and forth as he rides a clutch, where you'll see that the auto just drives a heck of a lot smoother. Now in saying that, manual is definitely a lot more fun off-road, but if you're after a little bit more control, then auto is probably the way to go.
You're gonna get this, just keep doing that. Just come back, do it again. Good work, mate. Just goes to show, Jesse, when in doubt, power out, mate.
It's really hard to show how steep these tracks actually are, but we keep pushing up it. It just gets sketchier and steeper as we go.
Go, go, go.
Even though this track isn't testing out the Patrol too much, it's still really cool just to have the locker turned on and just to see a little bit of flex out of the suspension. I'm also aired down to 20 PSI, which is nice to test out the old bead locks.
I've actually made a group decision to turn around because up there is super steep, there's pretty deep ruts, and Jesse without a locker is just not really getting anywhere. And if he gets stuck, we can't really get him out. We've got no winches. We'll try and just get out of here now, go back down. Might even be able to find another little trail, I'm not really sure. But we'll just, you know, play it by ear like we are in this video. Absolutely no plan, but in the bush and loving it.
So we decided that we had both had enough of full driving for the day. So we head back to camp to spend some time with our families and also to have a bit of a feed.
So we're actually back at camp now, and under my car, I actually completely twisted the mount for the steering dampener off. I probably didn't do it up tight enough. Now, this is our camp. I'll give you guys a quick little walk around. That's the front of the camper there. We've also got the kick-ass thing dropped down. Solar panel on the ground, that's plugged into the trailer right there, and that's giving us solar input to the red arc. Now at the back, we've got our drop-down table. That's obviously a cooker. Now this is going to be our kitchen area, and then we've got our table and chairs pulled out for just like eating food on. We've got our water pump plugged in. That thing is actually one of the best things I've done to this camp trailer. Being able to wash our feet when we just come back from full driving was really good, so I'm glad I put that in. Because it's really hot at the moment, it's 30 degrees. We've got 2 fans, so 1 each for us to share. They're just on charge. And if you guys remember, I actually put 12-volt power up in the tent, so we can charge our phones. We can actually run the fans all night because it'll run off the lithium. It's not a lithium, it's an AGM battery, so it'll run off the AGM battery, have fan going all night. It's going to be awesome. Rest of camp is just 2 gazebos. Then we've got Jesse set up over there, which is a camp trailer as well. And they've also just got a little gazebo tent on the side. It's not a bad setup. We're only here for 1 night, but we bought everything.
You got your new fire pit, mate.
Yeah.
I bought you a log from full driving today.
Where?
Just there.
Huh? Oh, no.
So just get that one in your little fire pit, and we'll get a few boxes around it and start it up and see how she goes. Alright, new tradition. I want to perfect the potato in the fire. My first attempt is some buffalo seasoning and some oil wrapped in tin foil. Let's chuck these on the coals and see how they go. Alright, so they may be a little bit overcooked, but here's the thing, they don't taste too bad. Next time, I think less time on the coals and maybe we'll add some butter. For the rest of the night, we're just going to be lounged up around the fire and enjoy our little camp.
Right, next morning we are packing up and we're going to go into Kenilworth, I think, and have a look around. But the good thing about Charlie Moreland is there's actually a little creek down there. So we're going to go have a quick swim this morning and check out the little water hole. As you can see, we've packed down the tent, we've packed up the kitchen, we've still got our shower chain joining out because we just want to get dressed after. But yeah, we're going to head down to the creek now and have a look. So we made it to the watering hole. Have a bloody go at this, would ya?
This watering hole was the perfect wake-up session. It was absolutely bloody freezing, but we just jumped in and it was so refreshing and it was a nice way to wake up in the morning.
Quick little dip, mate.
Yeah, it's nice and cold, eh?
But bloody freezing. I wish I could say we're the only ones down there, but this place is pretty busy. There's like 50 odd kids down there. We just picked a little corner down there that there was no one there and swam out to a rock. Did a triple backflip off the back of the rock. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not, you reckon?
I don't think so, but
yeah, I landed it though.
Back at camp for the dreaded pack up, Wolfie's already tapping out, he's gone to sleep. But this is why we made this setup super simple, so we can pack up and get out of here and enjoy the rest of the day. Right, so we've packed up camp. We are now in Kenilworth. Now it's a pretty small town. There is the famous 1 kilo donut. I don't know if any of us are gonna give that a crack. There's also the dairy, there's a really cool playground, and then there's like a whole bunch of sort of touristy shops to check out. So we are just gonna go for a walk, have a look around, get something to eat. So far the trailer has been awesome to tow. It's staying dead straight behind the patrol. We do sort of need to look at upgrading the hitch. It's a little bit noisy, but for the moment it's actually pretty good and it's performing pretty well. The best thing about it with this car is that the drawbar is actually dead straight. It's not like sitting back, whereas on Cole he was a little bit bigger than this in the back and the trailer was kind of like on an angle, so that's really good. So yeah, it's all working perfectly together. Let's go into Kenilworth. 1 kilo donut.
no, I can't finish that.
Pussy.
Yes.
For a small town, Kenilworth definitely has a lot in it. One of our favourite places is the dairy. I literally cannot go past this chocolate mousse without grabbing it.
If you are into dairy products, then Mullaney Dairy is probably the place to be. We also got some dog treats for Diesel when we get back. We've just chowed down on some chocolate mousse, which is definitely the best chocolate mousse I've ever had in my life. So, sorry, it's really loud. We're gonna chill out here. We've got some food on order. We'll eat that and head over to the park and the young one can have a bit of a play around.
I think you can tell that Wolfie agrees with me about the chocolate mousse. He bloody loves it.
Ready for the park, Wolfie?
Now for the rest of the afternoon, we just sat around the park, we ate some food, the kids had a play, Jesse hugged a tree, and we started planning our next trip already. It's safe to say the camper was a huge success, and I'm glad that I could take you guys along for the first trip.
Alright, so that's Kenilworth, guys. We are about to pack up and leave. As for the trailer, it actually performed really well over the weekend. The car worked great, we basically just need better tracks to actually drive on, so I think we might take it to Glassy pretty soon. Let me know if you guys enjoy this sort of content because I'll try and keep making it. There's definitely a lot of places that me and Alicia want to visit, but I'm just not sure if you guys sort of enjoy watching this stuff, so let me know anyway. And for now we are going. Say bye, Leash. Say bye, Wolfie. Say bye, buddy. Say bye. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.